It has to be a... You
You
can
have
learn...
to take the time to make a scroll and then the familiar eats it.
Yeah. Normal people can learn from a scroll, but witches do it different. That's all I know.
All right. Then I guess it's only 2 people.
How does message work, Arthur? Is it eyesight, or can I give them something now so I can talk to them while they're underwater?
I think you guys have to remain within 150 feet of each other.
How deep is the water?
40 feet.
All right. Well, then I will cast message on both of them, I suppose.
Okay. All right.
So I can keep in contact with them or whatever.
Sure.
Message network.
Yep.
Yep.
All right.
Oh.
So,
And does message work between everyone who has it on them, or is it only
Yes.
back to me?
it goes to you,
Yes.
and then you have to send it back.
Well,
Okay.
they can all hear you, but if we want to say something to each other, you have to repeat it back to the rest of us.
That's
Yes.
fine, as long as you. Yeah. All right. And this is done telepathically.
No.
Kind of.
Magically.
It
Whispering.
travels through the air. So,
I mean, like, can they? Do they have to say it out loud?
yes, they do.
Yes.
But
So
since
they
one of us
say it
can breathe
underwater.
underwater,
Yes, they both will be able to say it. There's
Oh,
no
they have air
restriction.
bubbles. Yeah, sure.
Yep.
Yep. Cool.
Okay.
I can breathe underwater, so whatever.
So Rafi and Ket, I guess, are standing at the edge of the boat, just looking over it and watching you guys go down.
Yep.
Excellent.
Yep.
All right. And you're both invisible.
Looks like.
All right. Can Dreb and Agrajag both make perception checks underwater?
I believe so. Oof. Rolled a 3.
Look at that pretty macro.
Wow. I rolled, but nothing happened. Let's try that again.
Yo, this pop out is great.
I seem to be getting... Wow, I'm getting nothing, y'all. Somebody roll me a d20 plus 12 for perception, because I can't seem to do
Sure,
anything.
there you go. Okay, Dreb, you notice that there are 2 women who appear to be half shark and 2 great white sharks, who are both huge creatures, are
Which
heading
part
directly
is women?
towards your group.
Which the top half or the bottom half? Like, what are we dealing
Top
with here?
half.
Top half is woman.
Yep.
Bottom half is shark, yeah. All right. I will tell Rafi to let the others know that we're being attacked.
All right, I turn to the other people on the boat and I'm like, apparently, there is,
Oh, they're not over the side yet. Sorry.
and
You guys are underwater. And
Invisible.
Okay,
Right.
they are underwater. Okay, no, I was right.
Dreb
Sorry.
and Agrajag are underwater, right? Rafi and Ket are both on deck.
yes.
Okay.
Wait a minute. I thought I was air bubbling someone else.
No.
Just me.
I think
Just
everyone
me.
thought you were air bubbling yourself and going invisible.
That's why
Yeah.
I air bubble someone like 6 times. Okay. Sure. That's
I don't
fine.
need an air bubble. I will
I know.
graciously take that
I
second.
cannot
invisibility.
literally do anything underwater.
Okay. Ket, you actually recognize these as other members of the great New Taldan Empire. They are roaming packs of Adaro sharks. You know that they're pretty vicious to outsiders, and if they don't recognize new people, they tend to eat them first and apologize to Kelazar later.
Well, I will pass this information to the message person, who can
Okay.
hopefully pass it on to the people in the water, who can hopefully make diplomacy. And I'll wave at the sharks.
Friends. Hello, friends underwater. It appears that breastfish and shark man are friends of
I have no idea
dragon
what that
man.
means.
Damn.
Be kind, and they will be kind in turn.
How about
That's not
staying
what you
invisible?
I just thumbs up to Ken. I'm just like, yeah.
How about we just stay
Why don't we
invisible
just
and
stay
swim
invisible?
right past?
Yeah.
I turned to Ken. I'm just like, they appear to be swimming past invisible.
Yes. That is great. I'm still waving at them. I am not exactly sure why you're here. I just joined.
Okay, all right. So Agrajag and or Dreb, can either of you speak underwater?
Yes,
We have an air bubble.
Yes.
I believe I can. Yes.
You should be able to. You can fire a gun at an air bubble. You should be able to talk and cast spells, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Is the air bubble
I'm
like just a head, or is
amphibious.
it the entire body?
I'm amphibious, so I'm
Whole-
guessing I
whole body.
can.
No, okay.
Yeah, if you have a swim speed, you can speak underwater.
Yeah, then definitely.
Okay. Are you saying anything? So the key to recognize is the two Adaros are searching around blindly for you and seem to be like turning back towards the sharks and using the sharks who are pointing directly at you to figure out where you're located.
Sonar, huh?
Yeah, they
Sense.
got some kind of sense.
Well, the minute I fire my gun, I'm screwed. Like, up, no more invisibility.
So what are
So
you guys doing?
without actually addressing the people in the water, Rafi will turn to Ket and say, "It is good that they are friendly under the water, is it not?
I am not sure I would call them friendly.
But they are friends of the Empire."
Absolutely. They are loyal servants, like you, I assume.
Yes.
Very
Uh,
good. Check mark 1, loyal servant.
So while that's going on upstairs, we've got Dreb and Agrajog like looking at each other, but they're invisible, so they can't see each other, except they're both faint outlines underwater.
So,
What they
what do you
fail to
think?
realize is they're not truly invisible underwater. They're just concealed.
what do you think? We shout praises to the talented Empire and hope swim past and hope they leave us alone.
I assume you're saying this in
Do you-
whisper form and letting Dave pass or
Yeah,
pass it between you guys.
yeah, definitely.
How do
Okay. Well, let
Alright.
me do this because it's going to be difficult for you guys. to
No,
talk through.
we're skipping right past that part.
Ah.
No.
Damn it, Arthur! You ruined all my fun.
Yep. Intentionally.
I thought that would
too.
be an excellent fun part,
Yeah.
honestly.
You want to do that? Because it seems like they'll be dogging us forever if we don't. It's worth a shot.
I agree. I think it would be very entertaining.
Craig, you're the one down here with me.
What are we talking about doing?
Screaming praises for the Talon Empire, making a break for it, and hoping they don't know, and hoping they leave us alone.
Assuming you speak some language they can understand, sure.
I'm sure they understand Aquan. So I'm gonna shout in Aquan, praise to the new Talon Empire! Run for it, Treb, run!
How far are we from the wreck?
You're 20 feet down.
So halfway?
Yep.
I'm headed for the wreck.
Yep. As soon as
How
I
do you
shout my
swim in
praise,
the water with wings, by the way?
I don't know.
you just do.
Maybe they help. Can use them to swim with.
Like flippers or whatever.
Yeah.
But with arms.
Swim for it, Treb.
I'm gonna pretend that they actually make me better. We'll see. All right. Yeah, just head for the wreck. Let Dan do all the yelling.
Damn it.
Yeah, you do a whole bunch of yelling, and you immediately give away your position. They begin moving towards you at extremely high speed.
Oh.
They're eager to hug you and welcome you to the Empire.
To the new Talon Empire.
Where's my? There we go.
Wait, who's Commissar?
That's Kit.
Oh, okay. Wait, is Ken
Oh,
underwater
come
as
on.
well?
Really? We're going to do this again?
Yeah.
All my macros that worked before don't work now.
Damn.
Shh, and it looks exactly the same as the rest. Now, how come these worked last time we played and they don't work now?
Oh man, I'm gonna be pissing away so much gold this fight.
Does it literally cost you gold to shoot your thing?
Yep.
Yes.
Literally?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a few degrees of separation, but yep.
Gunslingers spend a lot of money. Okay, so Rafi,
Somebody
Yeah.
roll me a d20 plus 9. This is.
Oh, wait, Dreb, you had a second air bubble. Could you cast it on my gun?
Lol.
don't you already have dry loaded ammunition in there?
You.
I do, but it'll save me a whole lot of money. And I have a
think
whole
it's
lot.
a little late for that.
Yeah, it's way too late to be making plans when we're already in the water.
So, Arthur, tell me about what happens if I do a.
If you
Where is
cast
my-
a fire spell, you need to make a caster level check of DC 20 plus the spell level, or the spell fails. If you succeed, your fire spell turns into a wave of bubbles.
Even
Bubbles.
shooting into water?
Yes.
So, would Scorching Ray do that?
Yes. It would turn into a bubble stream of hot steam death ray.
Okay, what about
The other
ear-piercing
issue is if you're
scream?
shooting into the water,
Yeah.
you have horrible penalties.
Oh, because of the refraction or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, what about if I do ear-piercing scream?
That should work normally.
Okay. I will... What's the meanest looking motherfucker down there? I asked the guys.
Probably
I'd
the
say-
women with tridents.
I'd say, I don't know, I'd say the sharks.
All right, Dreb, you're up first.
Haste!
Okay, who are you casting it on?
All of us. We're only 20 feet down, so we're.
Nice. Does that get us an extra attack, or...
Yep. If you take a full round action, you get a bonus attack. You get a +1 to hit, and.
+1
just
dodge
had
bonus to AC?
+1 dodge bonus to AC, yes.
All right.
Nice.
Rafi.
All right, I'm going to do scream on the closest shark to the surface.
Okay.
So that is a target is dazed if they
Got a
for
21.
one round.
I think he passes.
Okay. And negates the daze and affects half the damage. Okay.
Okay, so you're dealing 2d6 damage, and I take half?
2d6 plus 2
Yeah,
Because
it's
of-
evocation. Yep.
evoke. No, 2d6 plus 2 because of every die I roll I get 1 extra damage.
Because Orc Bloodline.
Because Orc Bloodline,
Okay.
and then I think it's what is the fortitude that he has to pass? Is it really
It's gonna be your caster level stat plus your. So, not your caster
the
level
DC is 17. You got
Okay,
20.
yeah,
So
stat. It
yeah.
passes.
All right. So I'm going to roll 2d6 plus 2. D6 plus 2. 11. So he takes, I don't know, 5 damage. Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, anything else?
No, that's it.
Right.
Shit.
Yeah. And they attack both of you. This is against Agrajag. And against Dreb. 28.
Holy shit.
You think?
Whose idea was it to scream at them?
It was a
Notice I
terrible
didn't
idea.
make any noise.
Okay, Dreb, you take 18 points of damage, and as it rips huge chunks of feathers off of you, you're also bleeding into the water.
Mischance?
They have blind sense. They automatically detect your location.
How
Do
many?
these things have
19?
reach?
Take 18.
18.
They do have reach.
Oh, shit.
All right, Air Commissar.
I will take out my Taldan Empire badge and jump into the water, showing it to them.
Okay, are you saying anything when you jump in the water?
I say, yes, I am the Commissar of the Great Emperor. You shall stop now.
Okay, all right. The crew on the boat is like, man, overboard! They start throwing ropes overboard and some flotation barrels.
Did they not see him jump into the water?
Yeah,
That doesn't mean he's not overboard.
yeah.
It doesn't mean he can swim either.
True that.
Speaking of, I do need you to make a swim check.
I do not hear people speaking of this.
Yeah, you're good. All right, Agrajag.
Hmm.
The sharks seem to be in a frenzy now that there's blood in the water.
And they have reach, you say.
Yes.
So a 5-foot step ain't gonna cut it. Actually, it might. How far does it reach?
10 foot.
So,
It
corner
does.
case.
It does reach that far. They've
Damn.
re-edited the way squares work.
Okay. I thought, like, those squares were special just for moving
Nope.
in and out.
Nope.
Hmm.
10 foot reach now reaches the second diagonal now, according to Paizo.
Damn. Okay. Can I acrobatics underwater?
Yes.
Yes, I believe I can.
It's called swimming.
Yeah, okay. You acrobatics backwards.
Go to here.
Make a swim
And-
check. Oh, you have a swim speed, so never mind.
So,
Good.
and I'll fire a shot, deadly aim, at the one that was trying to do me in.
Ah! Think about that again.
Fine, I don't acrobatics to there, I acrobatics to there and take a shot at the one that's trying to do you in.
That has someone base to base. Who's a caster who can't get away.
You see Drab squawking underwater. He's like,
It's like
Alright,
he's
alright.
saying that you should actually help him.
yeah, 28 touch will hit for 18, 19 points of damage.
Shit. It's better than my 5.
And load another cartridge. Dry load. I'm gonna be wasting so much gold.
So the Adaros see Cat the Commissar, and they're like, well, fuck this. We ain't messing with that shit. They
And
turn around
they-
and leave.
Oh, that's
Oh.
Option included.
Here's the problem, though. You're
I took a
still
shot at-
bleeding, Dreb. But at the start of your turn, you take 4 points of damage.
I will swim over there
Swim
and
towards
heal
me.
him.
He's 20 feet down.
I will.
Whatever.
I'll just double move up into the air and
Okay.
fly off the ship.
All right.
This will be from my witch healing hex, so I can only do it to you once a day. How does that
Shit.
make you feel?
pretty good, I'd imagine.
Overhealed. Yep. Thanks.
I
Really?
don't know that 16 could overheal you.
Yeah.
Oh no! Wait a
don't-
minute. I was. Why
You
was
took-
I?
You took 18 damage before.
I took 8. Wow.
Took
something's wrong.
22 because you took 4 bleed as well.
Right. All right. So I would have been at 12. Not. I don't know why that didn't add up. I subtracted 18. All right. And then 16, 28. I'm down 6.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
That is odd. Ah. Okay. now
Roll
I'm
the
full.
exact amount you needed.
Right on the button.
Okay. All right. The party is all back together on the surface. What do you do now?
Go back to the boat before my
Back in you go, I suppose.
spells run out.
Yeah, we gotta
Um,
get back down there.
Before they go, I'm gonna cast Mage Armor on Dreb.
Ah, bless you. Thank you.
Okay.
And
You can put an air bubble on me. I guess I'll go down because apparently this might be dangerous.
yeah,
Okay.
I'll cast Mage Armor on you, and then
I'll Pearl of Power.
and then
to
I'll
air-
also cast Message on Commissar, I suppose.
I will also cast Mage Armor on myself.
There we go.
Okay. People cast a bunch of spells. Reb, I think, is still invisible, which underwater means
Jack shit.
still pretty visible. Agrajag obviously has blown that.
Hmm.
Alright, so Commissar, Dreb, and Agrajag dive deep Someone have a light source when you reach the 40-foot bottom.
I will
Light.
cast light on the Agrojag.
Okay.
I have dark vision, so I suppose I'm the most mobile. So sure, light.
All right. You light up the bottom. When you reach the bottom, 40 feet down, you see the following. The Saber's Kiss sits along the bottom on the shallow seafloor of the atoll. The top deck is 20 feet below the water's surface. It appears to be very similar to the Magpie Princess, your own ship. As you begin to approach the obvious hole in the side of the ship, the only entrance to the hold currently, you feel an overwhelming sense of grief. You also hear creaking noises coming from the ship as if it was still at sail, with its sails deep into the wind.
Oh, damn it! It's a haunt, isn't it?
That is not good.
I whisper to each person, what if you cast enough bubbles to make the ship float?
That's not how air bubble works.
Yeah, if it was, we couldn't actually go underwater.
Okay.
We would always bob back up to the top.
Look at Rafi here modernizing ship dredging techniques.
I don't know. I feel enough ping pong balls down there. Maybe we can make it float up or something.
I understood that reference.
Yeah. I'm glad you did.
Okay.
So, do we want to brave this haunt or what?
I am sure it will be fine. Plus, the Emperor would like to know of your bravery.
All right. Let's head down into the spooky ghost ship.
Okay. The blue square down there is the area where the hole has been punctured. Agrajog, as you approach the puncture in the hole, in the hull, you notice that items inside the ship are still swaying side to side as if the ship was still at sail, rather than sitting on the ocean floor.
Yep.
That is just
Spooky
not
ghost ship.
good.
Yep. Spooky ghost ship. Let's try not to anger any ghosts while we're here, yeah?
Yeah, that's gonna happen. All right.
Okay, Agrajog, when you reach the edge of the ship there, you notice the corpse of a man just floating in the water. Nothing's happening there.
I'll keep
Has he
one eye.
been gnawed on by the?
Nope, he seems perfectly preserved except for his face, which seems to have been melted away by some sort of acid.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think I want to touch that.
You should ask him what happened here.
How?
Dead.
Oh,
Unless you have somebody talk to the dead.
I thought maybe the witch might.
I am not that kind of witch.
I have met very little kinds of witch.
Okay. Agrajog, as you swim forward, I need everyone in the party below to make a perception check.
We all know it's coming.
Spoopy man.
Ugh. Why am I rolling single digits?
Okay, everyone needs to roll initiative. Agrajog and Dreb. You hear the sounds of faint battle cries, screams coming from the surface above you, and you feel the vibration of something very large scraping the hole in the hull.
No.
Tunnel snakes rule. We're the tunnel snakes. We rule. Rule.
Oh my
Tunnel
god.
snakes rule.
You've got to be kidding
Tunnel
me.
snakes.
This is driving me insane. I haven't touched anything on this sheet, and nothing works this week. There we go.
Yeah, that double bracket was weird. You had for initiative check in there.
I don't know what's wrong with it. It should just
Alright.
work.
Dreb, what would you like to do? The surprise round.
Oh, we have surprise?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. And this is a kind of dead guy. And that's the only thing that I see is the kind of dead guy.
Well, there's plenty of stuff in here. The wreck seems to have been picked clear of valuables. But
And
the piece of the 3 reasons to live that you're looking for is somewhere in the wreckage here.
okay, so it has not been long. I mean, I literally single or double moved to the ship and moved down. I'm sure the haste is expired though, right?
Yeah.
It's been more than 5 rounds. Wow, I'm going to be spellless. I will just delay because I can't. I don't know what's going on. I can't see inside. I don't know what the heck. So
Well,
I'll delay.
you
I'll go.
hear the things going on around you. Agrajak.
Yeah, the movement, the noise, and
Well, I could conceivably take what I know about haunts from Jade Regent, swim away, and then come back and pray that the reset is like an hour. Or,
other than metagaming.
other than metagaming, I could try to search as much of this layer of the ship as I can, try to find one of the 3 reasons to live,
Okay.
and be out. So let's see, how far can I move and search in this surprise round?
Not very far.
Like 10 feet?
It will take hours to search through the wreckage of the hold.
And this is a whole hold, there's no stairs or anything below?
That's correct. This part of the ship is broken off from the rest of it.
I guess I will have to swim up to the dead guy after all.
Okay, you swim up to the dead guy.
Hold up. Just 5.
All right. On my turn, am I able to talk to the
Well,
bard?
here's the question. I don't think anyone has actually said anything to you, so I don't know why you would be involved in this round of combat.
Like, oh, yep, spooky ghost ship.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
no
what I
one's
was.
been like, I hear cries coming from the surface, Rafi. I
Yeah,
think we're about to go into combat. For you,
Okay.
are you doing, I mean, are you literally up on the ship like, all right, I'm ready to cast a spell immediately?
No. I was gonna go
Or-
talk to the bard and see if he had any stories about this ship he could.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so you talked to Heartbreak Hinson. He's just leaning on the side. He's like, oh, yes, plenty of stories I could tell you. I had great knowledge of many of the ship's members, both male and female. I remember this one fellow down there, name of Halid. He was constantly trying to hit on one of our crew members. Isn't that right, Bella? And she's like, that guy.
that guy.
All right, that's probably enough for that round.
Yeah. All right. So at the end of the round, the following things happen. The hull seems to tilt and shake. The water in the hold rolls wildly, increasing the DC of any swim checks to 20.
Damn.
A swirling vortex of water begins approaching Agrajag. Agrajag, I need you to make a reflex save.
This is how you die.
Alone underwater in the dark. I love how he's the one with the light on him. Okay, yeah, you dodge out of the side of the swirling vortex of water.
I thought the
But-
DC was 20.
Right in front of you, Agrajag, a form comes out of the water. It appears to be ghostly and incorporeal.
Good thing I have a
Also
magic
looks
gun.
exactly like the guy that's sitting right here.
Oh, I was about to say that kind of looks like